Hey, like Muhammad Ali says, the will got to be stronger than the skills. Today wasn't about skills. Today was about will strength. And I knew the type of fighter I was fighting. This guy's a triathlon athlete, for crying out loud. And if I was tired, I knew he was more tired because I worked very hard for this. He's never been 12 rounds before. So we knew we had to break him down. Body shots were hurting him. But this is what it's all about, fighting the best. This is the fight game. You know, this is what we signed.
The boxing world is in absolute shock right now as Teofimo Lopez just dropped a retirement bombshell that nobody saw coming after his devastating loss to Shakur Stevenson at Madison Square Garden. What was supposed to be the biggest night of Teofimo's career turned into one of the most heartbreaking and emotional moments in recent boxing history as he announced he's walking away from the sport immediately. Just hours after losing to Shakur Stevenson in front of thousands at MSG, Teofimo sat down for a post-fight interview that will go down as one of the most shocking moments of 2026. With visible emotion in his eyes and a defeated tone in his voice, Lopez told the interviewer something that sent shock waves through the entire combat sports world.
You can't tell me I'm not great. You cannot tell me I'm not the double greatest since Muhammad Ali. This is what I do. This is what I do best. Now, just to steer it up, I might retire after this. Retirement, man. I'm kind of tired.
Teofimo spoke with clear pain and said he was finished explaining that he gave everything he had that night, but it was not enough and that he could not keep putting himself and his family through it, making this his final fight. The announcement shocked everyone as no one in the arena or watching from home expected such an emotional statement from the former lightweight champion. Social media reacted instantly once those words were spoken, with fans showing shock, sadness, and disbelief that his career could truly be over. Before fully breaking down the retirement news and what it could mean, it is important to look at what happened inside the ring that led Teofimo Lopez to this moment. The fight itself was a dominant display by Shakur Stevenson, who proved once again why he is viewed as one of the most skilled boxers in the world today.
Millions if you could make hundreds.
Of millions?
Yeah.
You believe you can make hundreds of millions outside of boxing?
I believe so, yes I do.
Well, I understand what
From the opening bell, Shakur took full control of the pace, the space, and the flow of the fight, using sharp skills and elite defense that left Teofimo frustrated round after round. Teofimo started fast in the first 3 rounds, pushing forward and looking to apply pressure while searching for the powerful shots his team had talked about all week before the fight. Shakur stayed calm, made him miss again and again, and answered with clean counterpunches that snapped Teofimo head back and clearly caught the judges' attention with their accuracy. By the 4th round, the frustration was clear in Teofimo body language as every plan he tried failed against Shakur's smart defense and high ring intelligence.
Very happy. The name of the game in boxing is hit and don't get hit. I'm a master of it. I didn't get hit, and I hit the guy more than he hit me, so it was a great performance for me.
People sitting close to the ring said they could hear Teofimo corner begging him to stay calm and wait for the right moments instead of rushing in without control. Round 6 was especially hard for Teofimo as Shakur landed a clean 3-punch combination that badly hurt him and forced him to cling to the ropes just to survive. The Madison Square Garden crowd exploded as Shakur showed a ruthless side that many critics said he lacked by pushing for the finish and landing heavy shots on a wounded Teofimo. Teofimo managed to make it through the round, but the damage was clear on his face and his eyes showed he had no answers left. Rounds 7 through 9 were complete control by Shakur Stevenson, who fought with total confidence and made Teofimo Lopez look ordinary inside the ring.
Well, Shakur, congratulations. Biggest fight of your career. You come up with looked like the finest performance of your career. Was that the performance you were looking for?
Nah, I came in here to prove a point. It wasn't the performance I was looking for because I came in here trying to prove a point and I was trying to fight.
Every time Lopez tried to start any offense, Shakur shut it down with perfect timing, smooth movement, and sharp counter punches that scored points and slowly drained Teofimo confidence. One person watching from ringside later said it felt like Shakur was always thinking faster and staying several steps ahead during every exchange. Round 10 saw Teofimo make one last desperate push, throwing all his remaining energy in hopes of landing a single knockout shot that could change the fight. He landed a few solid punches that briefly lifted the crowd, but Shakur stayed calm, absorbed the moment, and answered right back with clean combinations of his own. The final 2 rounds were very difficult to watch for Teofimo Lopez supporters as he appeared fully worn down in both body and mind, while Shakur comfortably moved his way to a clear victory.
My opponent was a hell of an opponent. He came here, he pushed me to another level. He made me make adjustments in there, he made me think a little bit. And I had to show y'all that I'm a dog too. Y'all keep saying that I'm a runner, I'm pillow-fisted, so I kind of stood there.
When the final bell sounded, everyone inside Madison Square Garden already knew the outcome, and Teofimo knew it as well, judging by the heartbreak written across his face. The judges returned scores of 118 to 110, 117 to 111, and 119 to 109, all clearly favoring Shakur Stevenson in what turned out to be a one-sided beating that only looked close on the surface. Shakur celebrated with his team in the ring while Teofimo remained in his corner looking completely broken by the realization that his very best was still not enough on the biggest stage of his career. Shakur defense had once again proven to be the difference.
Stevenson.
Yeah, it was a great performance, man. He came in with a game plan. He didn't let up.
The post-fight interview in the ring was short and awkward, with Teofimo giving quick answers and clearly wanting to leave the spotlight as soon as possible. But it was the later backstage interview that really revealed how shaken Teofimo was by the loss and what he was feeling in those heartbreaking moments. Sitting in the interview room with his face still showing marks from the fight, Teofimo spoke more openly than ever before about his future. Lopez started by reflecting on the fight itself, saying Shakur was the better man tonight. He executed his plan perfectly and I couldn't figure him out, give him credit. The humility in those words surprised everyone because Teofimo has always been known for his bold confidence and rarely giving opponents praise even after a defeat.
Teofimo Lopez said, listen, everyone knows I won this fight. 90% of the people here were cheering for Lopez coming in. They all booed him after he said that.
Then Teofimo's voice changed as he began speaking about what this loss means for his career and his life beyond boxing. With a slight crack in his voice, Lopez said, I've been doing this since I was a little kid. I've given up everything for boxing, my childhood, my relationships, my body, everything. You could feel the emotion rising as Teofimo looked back on all the years of hard work, the intense training camps, and the punishment his body has taken. He continued, I thought I had what it takes to be the best. I really believed I could beat anyone at my best, but tonight showed me the truth. Watching him honestly face his own limits as a fighter was painful, especially for fans who have followed Teofimo's journey from the very start.
It didn't shock me. By the way, I don't think he was badly hurt with the first knockdown. I think what he was more hurt by was realizing this little motherfucker's coming out there and winning round after round, outlanding him. He knew by the middle of that fight he had to turn something around. And by the way, he gave it a little bit more early in the second.
The interviewer asked if he was just reacting to disappointment or if he was really serious about leaving boxing at only 27 with so much still ahead. Teofimo looked straight into the camera and said words that will be remembered in boxing history for years. I'm retiring. This was my last fight. I have nothing left to prove and nothing left to give. I need to focus on my family and my health now. The room went completely silent as everyone absorbed what they had just heard, with the interviewer clearly shocked and struggling to continue. Social media exploded the moment those words were spoken, with boxing fans everywhere rushing to Twitter, Instagram, and all platforms to share their reactions.
If Teo is Gordo and not just coming in trying to hammer damage, if he's Gordo, you got something going. There's going to be a lot of IQ up in it. Yo, I mean, which one of the two beat Loma?
One fan immediately tweeted, no way, Teofimo is really retiring, he's just emotional right now, give him a few weeks and he'll be back talking about comeback fights. Another devoted supporter wrote, this is heartbreaking to watch. Teofimo gave us so many amazing moments. If this is really the end, thank you for everything, champ. The debate started right away about whether this retirement is real or just an emotional response to a tough loss that Teofimo might later reverse. Many boxing experts quickly shared their opinions on social media about what it would mean for the sport if he truly follows through. ESPN analyst Timothy Bradley posted, Teofimo is one of the most talented fighters of his generation. I hope he takes time to think before making this decision final.
Lopez, from a degree, he does have a high boxing IQ as well. He does. I mean, he was able to deal with Lomachenko. He was able to deal with Taylor and other guys. You know, he does possess a high boxing IQ. He has that explosiveness or that elite.
Hall of Fame trainer Freddie Roach shared his thoughts, saying losing a big fight is devastating, but retiring at 27 is extreme. The kid still has at least 5 to 10 more years of top-level fighting ahead. However, some people close to Teofimo's team were not completely shocked by the retirement talk based on conversations they had with him before the fight. One insider told reporters Teofimo had mentioned to those near him that if he lost to Shakur he might be done. He gave everything in this training camp in this fight. This makes the retirement seem less like an emotional reaction and more like a decision he had been seriously considering. In the post-fight interview, Teofimo also spoke about the physical toll boxing has taken on his body after years of amateur and professional competition.
Leaning towards Teofimo. Okay. Just because I like him. I like him more. He's a good friend of mine. Okay. And then
Lopez spoke with clear pain. My hands hurt every day, my back hurts, my head hurts. I'm 27, but I feel like I'm 40 because of all the damage I've taken. These health issues are real and reflect a truth many fighters face but few talk about openly while still competing. The effects of years of sparring and fights on the brain are being taken more seriously now, especially by younger fighters who have seen the long-term consequences. Teofimo went on to explain how this loss and possible retirement affect his family and his relationship with his wife and young son. "My son is growing up, I want to be there for him, I want to stay healthy for him, what's the point of being a champion if I can't remember his childhood?" That heartfelt message struck a chord with many who know life is bigger than boxing titles and belts on the wall.
He was the world champion.
There is no comparison to Shakur's style and my son's style. Yeah. My son is more entertaining. You know what I'm saying? He has more, how you call it? He has more,
that impact.
What do you call it when you have a lot of...
The emotional weight of the moment was obvious for everyone in the room, even the veteran boxing reporters who have seen thousands of fights. Teofimo's father, who has trained him his entire career, was visibly upset in the background and declined to speak when approached by reporters. Their relationship has always been intense and complicated, with both the highs and lows of Teofimo's career closely tied to his father's influence. Shakur Stevenson, doing his own victory interviews, was asked about Teofimo's retirement and gave a respectful and honest answer. He said, "I respect whatever decision Teofimo makes. This is a tough sport. If he feels it's time to walk away, that's his choice, but he's an incredible fighter." Shakur's humility and composure stood in sharp contrast to the trash talk from the fight build-up, highlighting the respect between true warriors.
I'm focused, we all locked in on the task, but Teofimo Sr. is nowhere to be found. Last night he was in the lobby, drugged out, head over heels.
I don't gotta worry about that. You focusing on me, B.
Right now,
yes, you is.
He's emotional.
Yes, you is.
That's why he acting
That's why you clowning.
News of Teofimo's retirement spread. Other fighters and boxing figures shared their thoughts and reactions. Former opponent Vasily Lomachenko posted, "Teofimo is a true warrior. Whatever he decides, he should be proud of his career and achievements." Current lightweight champion Gervonta Davis tweeted, "Damn, I was hoping we could fight again one day. Respect to Teofimo for everything he has done in this sport." The flood of support from fellow fighters shows the level of respect Teofimo has earned despite some controversial moments and comments during his career. Promoter Bob Arum, who has worked with Teofimo, released a statement saying, "I hope Teofimo takes time before making any final decisions about his boxing future. The reality is retirement announcements right after tough losses are often reconsidered once emotions settle and the fighter has time to think."
Fight with ESPN. Well, he's in no position to say that because Top Rank has an exclusive deal with ESPN, and he'll fight with whatever network
There have been countless moments in boxing history when fighters retire in the heat of emotion only to come back months or even years later for one more run. Yet something about the way Teofimo spoke and the pain in his eyes suggests this could be different from the usual emotional retirements we've seen before. Questions about his legacy are already being asked as fans debate where Teofimo Lopez ranks among the fighters of his generation if this really is the end. His career includes wins over Vasily Lomachenko, Richard Cummey, and several other top opponents that will be remembered as major achievements. At his best, Teofimo combines speed, power, and confidence, making him one of the most exciting fighters to watch in the sport.
Still the WBC lose for him.
But the ups and downs and struggles with motivation have also shaped parts of his career, keeping him from reaching his full potential. If Teofimo Lopez truly steps away at 27, boxing loses one of its most talented yet sometimes frustrating fighters who never fully reached the heights he was capable of. The coming weeks will be important as Teofimo processes this loss, spends time with his family, and decides whether this retirement is final or just an emotional reaction. For now, the boxing world waits to see if we have really seen the last of Teofimo Lopez or if this is simply another chapter in his unpredictable career. That's all for now. For the latest updates on news, moments, events, and everything happening in boxing, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications to catch quality content like this as soon as it drops.